Student, this is our second class. We already done first class, the simple introduction part. What is literal, what is token, what is data types. We already revision tour, and we already done the addition program and the radius, perimeter, and area of the circle. Okay, this is the program. First, you have study. WAP means you already know, write a program to read coordinates of 2 points and calculates the distance between them as per following formula. You already this you know in mathematics. Coordinates geometry you know, x-axis, y-axis. The two coordinates, one is x1, x2, x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, and we find the distance between them by the coding C++. Okay. We have to find the distance between two coordinates by this coding program. Okay, and D is for distance. This is square root. This is the formula you already this get in mathematics. Okay, and two coordinates means one coordinate is x1, y1, and second coordinate is x2, y2. Okay, you know this like that, x-axis, y-axis, and this is suppose one coordinate x1, y1, and this is suppose another coordinate x2, y2. Okay, we have find the distance between them. Okay, I will show you in detail. You know the coordinate geometry. This is suppose 2 axis. This is 2 axis. Okay, this is x-axis. This is y-axis. This is the center. Okay, center always 0, 0. And x1, y1 is some point. Okay, in here. Suppose we take here x1, y1. x1, y1 is here one coordinate, and x2, y2 is another coordinate. Okay, means we have to find the distance between them, and this formula in mathematics is here there. D is equal square root x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 whole square, and we have find this formula by the C++ coding. Okay, this is simply mathematics. You just if you know the mathematics formula, then you will easily understood. Okay, start. This here we write C header file. One special header file. This is maths.h. Maths.h for mathematical function. These two is familiar. You know iostream.h and conio.h. This is in all program we must read these two, and this is for special. In hashtag include maths.h for mathematical function. The square root is mathematical. This whole square is mathematical. Okay, and this is you know main function. We just skip this part because we already teach you in previous class. Main function, int main integer, and double is we already know for long point number. Double distance x1, y1, x2, y2. This 4 variable. Okay, this 4 variable. That is actually this 4 variable, and this is also a variable. Double distance. Distance is this D, we take here distance x1, y1, x2 and y2. Okay, we take 5 variable, and this is for input. Enter coordinates xy of point 1. Okay, suppose this is point 1. Point 1, we take coordinates xy, x1, y1. This is the first coordinate of first point 1. Point 1, x1 and y1. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is the center. Center you always table 0, 0. And this is the point 1, this coordinate. And we take point 2, enter coordinate xy of point 2, x2, y2. Suppose here point 2, x2, y2. We have to find the distance between them, and this distance is this. This distance we take variable is this distance. We find the distance between these two coordinates. Okay. Okay, this is for input. We just take the value x1 y1 x2 y2, and this is the main formula. Distance, we write square root. This square root we write in coding sqrt, square root. Computer system doesn't understand the symbol like this, square root. That's why we have to write square root, sqrt, square root x1 minus x2. This is whole square, means double. x1 minus x2 into x1 minus x2. We have to write 2 times, x1 minus x2, x1 minus x2. That means the x1 minus x2 whole square. Okay, plus again similar way we write y1 minus y2 into y1 minus y2, because this is also a whole square. We have to write 2 times. Okay, and this is here ending. This is the main formula. Square root is for this x1 minus x2 into x1 minus x2, y1 minus y2 into y1 minus y2. We have to write the formula. And finally the output line is coming. See out the distance between the coordinates are, this is a printing statement. The distance between the coordinates are, this is the variable distance. Here I write one thing, E and DL. E and DL is for end line. Line is ending. The distance between the coordinates are distance, and distance is here. Means suppose you take x1 is 6, x2 is 4. Actually you just take this coordinate x1 y1 is suppose 6 4, and this is suppose 8 6. Okay, suppose take actually this, all this in double means you have to take as a point 6.96 something like that, but I take as an integer for you, simply understanding purpose. Suppose you take 6 4 and this is 8 6, then distance formula is this part. x1 is we take 6 and x2 we take 8 square, and y1 we take 4 and 6 whole. This is the distance. This is minus 2 whole square means 4. Minus 2 whole square is 4. 4 plus 4 square root 8. This is the formula. This is coming in suppose 2 point something in double. That's why we take the double data type in variable declaration. And last thing is return 0, and last, this is the same for all program. Get ch for display the output, and return 0 for, you already know, int main, we have to return a value to the main function. Main line is this two line, this line is and this line. I am saying this is for main formula. Distance square root we have to write sqrt, but system does not understand like that symbol. Okay, that's why we write sqrt square root x1 into x2 into x1 minus x2 into x1 minus x2. We have to write 2 times because this is the whole square. Computer system coding does not understand like that pattern. That's why we have to write 2 times x1 minus x2 into x1 minus x2. Again I also write y1 minus y2 into y1 minus y2. And this is the main formula. You take any coordinates, I take 6 4, you take any coordinates, whatever you want to write. To anything you take 2 coordinates, so 10 8 9 6, anything you have to, whatever you wish. And system provide you the output that using this formula, and the output is coming, the distance between the coordinates are distance, and this is for ENDL means end line. This is okay. Now second thing is, you have very important topic, type conversion. Type conversion means one data type to another. This is coming in your final exam many times. What is type conversion and typecasting? You just understood. Type conversion. Okay, type conversion is you just changing one type of data types to another. I will write you the definition. The process of converting one predefined, the process of converting one predefined type into another is called type conversion. Okay, this is the definition. The process of converting one predefined type. Predefined means whatever you define already. Suppose you have defined a variable int, you have to change integer to float or integer the character. This type of conversion is called type conversion. Okay, simple. And next is typecasting. Okay, this is type conversion. The process of converting one predefined type into another is called type conversion. And second one is typecasting. Typecasting is explicit conversion of an operand to a specific type is called typecasting. This is the explicit conversion of an operand to a specific type. Operand and operator is two things, you know. Operand is suppose A plus B. This is called operator. This is addition operator, or if you write A minus B, this is subtraction operator. And these two is called operand. Basic difference of operand and operator is, this is operator and this operator used for the variable. This means suppose A, B, or you suppose write C plus D, and these two things is called operand. Here, suppose AB is operand. Explicit conversion of an operand to a specific type. The operand type explicit means externally. Conversion of an operand to a specific type is another type, is called typecasting. I write you for example, then you easily understood. Okay. First of all, I write the example of type conversion and typecasting. This is coming in many times in your exam, in final exam also. You just write automatic type conversion or implicit type conversion is a data type. Actually, is a data conversion performed by compiler. Achha. An automatic type conversion or implicit type conversion or implicit type conversion is a data type conversion is a data type conversion performed by compiler you already familiar with this or compiler is this software where we can write the coding. We take compiler turbo se, okay, in Windows operating system. Compiler is what where we write the code, where we perform the coding operation, where we write compiler. This implicit type conversion is a data type conversion performed by compiler on its own. Okay, on its own means compiler automatically convert the data type to another type, and it occurs whenever an expression has different data types. Actually, it occurs whenever an expression has different data types. Okay, actually in this type of conversion, smaller data type are converted to larger data type to avoid data loss. You just simply understood. Suppose this is the okay. Suppose this is the example. This is the example int. Suppose a is equal 5, b is equal to c, float p is equal 15.5 q is equal p by a. Okay, then actually this is the example. These two variable we take int integer a, we take value 5 and 2, and c is variable, and we take another type float, this point number, and this is q, and q is what? P by a. What is the value of p? 15 by 15.5, and this is 5. Okay, then this is suppose 3.1. This is 3.1. 3.1 is for what? 3.1 is float, means this is integer, this is float. Numerator is floating point, denominator is integer point, but final result is coming in floating point number. That means integer is converted to floating. This is the conversion. Basic concept is numerator is floating point number, denominator is integer number. Whenever we perform the division operation, then final result is coming in floating number 3.1. That means the integer is converted to floating number. This concept is called type conversion, implicit. Okay, implicit type conversion. Automatically type conversion means automatically system will convert this type to floating, integer to floating. Okay, and second one is typecasting, means explicitly conversion. Explicit means user can convert. I can teach you this here, right? The typecasting is explicit type conversion. Explicit means externally we can perform, user can perform, is user defined. is user defined force conversion. User defined force conversion, and it is done with the help of casting operator. It is done with the help of casting operator. Example, suppose float pi means float (22/7). Okay, you just understood the difference is what? Difference is, you just simply understood type conversion. I again say type conversion and typecasting. Simple difference is type conversion is for implicit conversion, means system automatically convert. If typecasting is explicit conversion, means we conversion, user defined force conversion, means we have to forcefully convert it. Suppose this is the concept float pi. Float pi means float is what? 22/7. 22 is integer, 7 is integer, but we have write 3.14. We cannot write like this. Suppose area of the circle is what? Pi r square. Okay, pi r square means please, we cannot write like this 22/7 into r into r. We cannot write like this. We have to forcefully convert this value, means we have to write 3.14 into r into r. Okay, you understood? We have to write 3.14 into r into r. We cannot write like this 22/7 into r into r, because this is not acceptable by the system. Compiler will don't accept like this. Compiler always accept like this. Okay, that's why we externally converted the pi value. Actually pi value is what? 22/7. Numerator is integer, denominator is also integer, but we have write 3.14 means float value. That means we externally converted the type integer to floating number externally. This is the basic difference. One is external, one is internal, and this is external. Okay. Okay, you have to just simply write here one last line. This is for your (22) will be first converted to float type, and this expression will be evaluated, and this expression will be evaluated. Okay. Okay, next you just simply, you have already familiar with the word array. Okay, array we already done in many times. Array is what? Array is, this is already done. If you any doubt you can ask me. This is type conversion and typecasting is very important. Next topic is very important, array. And before we starting the topic array, we just start, you have to understand what is decision making. Decision making statement means if else, if else, if else, if. Okay, nested if. Suppose this type of statement, we already done this statement. Decision if else means, suppose one statement, or suppose we write one statement. If a greater than 0, then see out one statement, else see out another statement. This is a decision making statement. Decision making means if the condition is fulfilled. Suppose I write you a simple example. I just write the main portion. Suppose a is equal 5 and b. Okay, Suppose we take B is equal to, if we write A greater than B, A greater than B, this statement is A is 5, B is 2, that is the statement is fulfilled, statement is true, then print this statement, this statement is true, this statement, the first statement is executed, otherwise executed the next statement. If we write B is equal 7, then this statement, this condition will not fulfill, because 5 is not greater than 7, we already know, this is simple. Then this will be statement. This is called, we already studied in first year, this is decision making statement, if else, if, nested if. We have done a program. Okay. And second is, you already know loop. We already done loop. Loop is 3 types: while loop, do while loop, and third one is for loop. While loop, we just write for only one condition. While, suppose any condition you write, then the statement will be executed. Do while is condition is writing in after the body. Body means, suppose first is while loop. While suppose this is the condition, and this under the bracket statement is called the body. If this statement condition is fulfilled, then your this actually is just familiar with if else condition, the if condition. This is only for one condition, while loop. And in do while loop, okay, I write it. While, suppose A greater than B, this is the statement. This is only for one condition. If your loop is satisfied, then suppose you write, okay, A greater than, okay, I less than is equal 6, okay, see out I means I starting from 0, okay, then is your condition is I less than 6 means I is starting from 0, second one value is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, means this is for starting value, I is starting 0 and 0 less than 6 satisfy. Next, you just write I plus plus means incrementation. Second is 1 is also less than 6, 2 is also less than 6, like that. And whenever it comes to 6 less than 6 is false, then it will be stopped. This is simple for while loop. Just one condition, I less than 6. Loop means you have to just again and again, okay? Recursive. I less than 6, I starting is 0 and I plus incrementation, and this like that from starting 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have to write perform in like decrementation. If we write from decrementation loop, then we write I greater than 0 and starting from suppose 5, and this here we write I minus minus. That means starting is 5 greater than 0. Next decrementation means one value decrement. 4 also greater than 0, 3 also greater than 0, 2 greater than 0, 1, and whenever coming like 0 greater than 0, this is actually this, in that point it will be stopped. Means this is for decrementation loop and this is for incrementation loop. This is for while loop concept, simple while loop concept. We will done briefly in next class. And do while loop means your condition is right after the body, loop body. In here, after the loop body. Actually, we done in HS first year. Then in do while loop, the statement is executed at least once your statement will be executed. Suppose this type of program, if we write in do while loop, okay, suppose do while loop, we can write that do, suppose I write a I plus plus, see out something we write, and here we write while I less than, suppose I greater than 5. Okay, suppose in is starting from I is 0, then this statement is already false because I is 0, 0 never greater than 5 or 1 never greater than 5. That statement is already false, but the compiler will execute at least one time, means output will at least one time coming. 0 is starting value is already coming because condition will check in the later part after the body. Okay, condition will check the after the body, means at least one time he executed I 0 starting point, and incrementation value 1 will be not greater than 5, 2 will not greater than 5. This is totally wrong concept, but at least one time the compiler execute. That is for do while loop. Okay, do while loop and while loop is some one point is difference, means while loop we write top of the in top the condition. Initially the compiler will check the condition. If it's true, then he will pass, and if it's false, then he stop. But in do while loop, condition will check after the body, means at least one time he say, at least one time the value is executed. If it is true, then it is completely executed. Suppose I less than 5 means this is coming 1 2 3 4 5, this is 1 2 3 4. But if condition is wrong, then also it will come 0. If it is true, then it will completely executed. True means suppose I less than 5, 0 1 2 3 4. But if it is false, this will also executed at least one time. This is the basic difference of while and do while loop. We'll done for loop in next class. Thank you.